Hello, Foxes. I'd like to share with you an article found in the weekly lesson for week 5, Dream Jobs, Archaeologist. Amber Kugler is an archaeologist. She studies human history. Archaeologists study ancient objects. They use these objects to learn about the past. Kugler works with groups that build buildings and roads. When something new is about to be built, construction workers must dig into the earth. Sometimes ancient objects are buried underground. Kugler and other archaeologists help make sure these objects are saved. Then they study the objects. What is a normal day like as an archaeologist? Sometimes I will go to a site I am working on. Sites are places where groups of humans lived long ago. Some days I will be digging. Other days I will be testing the ground to start to find a new site. I also keep an eye on construction sites. Workers might dig something up accidentally. They were there to protect those. We are there to protect those objects. Other days, I might be in the lab. I study things we find at a site or write reports there. What do you like most about being an archaeologist? I like that archaeology is about normal people and how they lived. It is not about kings or other rulers. Archaeology tells us what life was like long ago. We find things that ancient people touched and used and loved. What have been some of your favorite sites to work on? Ancient Native American sites are very interesting. I like seeing their burial places. People put love and care into burying a loved one. I think that is really beautiful. I also like working in caves. In one cave, I found huge clay pots. They were 4 feet wide and still had very old paint on them. Nobody had seen these objects for hundreds of years. That is my favorite memory. How do you find a new site? Many times, local people tell archaeologists where to look. There are different kinds of archaeologists, though. My team mostly works with developers. These are the people who build new buildings. We use old maps and other information to decide where to start building. Sometimes we'll see a bump in a flat place. That probably didn't happen naturally. It might mean something interesting is buried under there. We also look at the soil. We search for bits of charcoal or ceramic. That tells us humans once lived there. What is your least favorite part of the job? The early mornings. I have to wake up at 5 a.m. sometimes. How old are the oldest objects that you've ever found? Once, I dug up a cave from the Bronze Age. The Bronze Age was a period of time long ago. It began about 4,300 years ago in Europe. People had made bronze objects in the cave. Now I'm working on a Native American site. It is about 2,000 years old. We found beads at the site. We tested them to see how old they were. What advice do you have for kids who might want to become archaeologists? Start by learning about the place where you live. Read about the people who lived there long ago. If you live in California, look into what Native American people there were doing hundreds of years ago. If you live in Hawaii, study Native Hawaiian culture. It's important to understand the history of where you live. Is there anything else that's important that people know about archaeology? It's important to listen to people who belong to other cultures than our own. The government has many laws that protect archaeological sites. I hope the government doesn't change these laws. If the laws aren't there, developers will not have to save and protect objects from long ago. Thanks for listening, Foxes. Hope you enjoyed this short article on being an archaeologist.